So to understand this, let's go all the way back. I'm going to explain what happened with the game Sunset and their company, their developer, Tale of Tales. So if you guys weren't around for Gamergate, or just don't pay attention to horrible games in general, you may not have been aware of this, but Sunset was a NPC game darling. They had a pretty damn successful Kickstarter campaign. Or I can't remember for sure if it was Kickstarter or not, because it was a while ago, but I'm quite sure it was Kickstarter. But either way, it was a crowdfunding campaign. And it was a huge success. What was this success? What did these people pay for? What did they get? Well, it was a walking simulator. The whole game, you play as some maid, and you walk around a mansion, pretty much. Yeah, it was a walking simulator. It's like Gone Home. You walk around within a building, and you click on some things occasionally. That was this game. But you were playing a strong, independent Whammons of color who was I think she was a messenger during a revolution that was going on. So you're Antifa, basically. And yeah, you're just moving messages back and forth in this mansion, apparently. Something like that. I never played it. I'm full disclosure. I never feel the desire to play things I know I'm not going to like. Like, well, but then you can hate on it more intelligently. I'd rather just save 20 hours of my time and use it on something enjoyable, thank you very much. Nothing in that so-called game looked appealing to me in the slightest. You got a company, Tale of Tales. They made a walking simulator that was a huge, smashing success. Well, maybe not by current year standards, but it did okay on Kickstarter. And this also serves as a lesson to why you never pander to these NPCs. SJWs are not customers. They don't even support themselves. They don't even support other SJWs when they make content for SJWs. They don't care about any of this stuff. They don't care about games, anime, comics, manga. They don't care about any of it. They just want to destroy the stuff you love. They just want to watch you suffer. But when these companies get woke, the reason they go broke is because these SJWs never show up to financially support them. So yeah, do not pander to these people who have no intention of ever buying your products anyway. 'Cause Sunset by Tale of Tales, this is the game that caused the studio to rage quit the industry. By the time all was said and done, after the successful crowdfunder, after all of the non-stop dick riding the media, the NPC show media was doing for this game, after sticking it to us alt-right fans, or the toxic fandom, they sold 4,000 copies. Including the Kickstarter backers, which accounts for like 2,000 plus of that, I imagine. So they launched their woke game in quotes, and sold 4,000 copies. And then like I just mentioned, the Tale of Tales, the development studio, just decided, you know what, screw this. We're just leaving the industry. We can't deal with this shit anymore. I still laugh about that to this day, because this is the perfect case study of why you don't pander to these parasites. Because parasites, by their very nature, will not give you anything. They'll just keep taking until there's nothing left. You do not try to appeal to them. You do not try to appease them. What is wrong with these people? I just said, they don't even buy their own stuff. You had a woke developer making a woke game specifically targeted at a woke audience. The same audience that's always reeing all over the place. And they was shilled by the woke media nonstop. And they still could only sell 4,000 copies, including the Kickstarter backers. I don't know if I could go back and check. They may have deleted their accounts, but I'm quite sure they got well over 4,000 likes on Twitter, though. Was it worth it, Tale of Tales? Was it worth it? You pander to people for likes on social media. You get 10, 20, 30, maybe even 100,000 likes. But only 4,000 sales. Ooh, didn't work out well for you, did it? Did you honestly believe these parasites would support you? You're all SJWs yourselves. How often do you financially support other SJWs? I'd be willing to bet the answer is never. So you shouldn't be surprised when this happens. Again, take what happened with Sunset and Tale of Tales and use it as a case study and an example to beat companies who are in danger of going woke over the head with. Everyone should know by now that these NPCs only care about virtue signaling and social media clout and patting themselves on the back. They're not actually going to go out and do anything. They're not actually going to go out and financially support all the stuff that they give likes to on social media. Yeah, it's always 400. It's always 4,000. Yeah. You ever notice that? All of these SJW, like if you look at Comicron, their comic books all sell around 4,000 copies as well. There's probably 4,000, 4,000 shills being paid for by George Soros buying all of this up and nobody else. No one actually buys this garbage. They don't even buy their own garbage. And companies wants to pander to these people. Like, oh yeah, this group that doesn't even buy their own stuff made by their own for their own, that's a target audience we like. Let's kick our loyal fan base to the curb. Yeah, people always make fun of us sad weebs that buy any fucking shitty game that has anime titties in it. And let's say it's true. The fact that we can actually turn out and support what we want says something both about us and about the SJWs that fail to turn out in support of Sunset. If you appeal to us, and let's just say it's true, the only thing we like is anime titties, nothing else. You can make a game that's just a hot anime girl jumping up and down, bouncing her titties, and it's going to sell hundreds of thousands. Because we're just that easy. We'll buy anything with hot anime chicks and titties on it. You could still sell hundreds of thousands of copies pandering to us, compared to 4,000 pandering to the parasites we're opposed to. Pick one, Western developers, woke-ass companies. There's a reason that you go broke after getting woke. And we're already dealing with other issues too in the industry, such as big developers that make quote-unquote good games not being willing to take things to the level they'd like, for fears of being censored or being forced to be censored in the case of Soini, or fear of getting criticism from non-gamers like those who verbally supported Sunset and yet failed to support them financially. Yeah, this should be required reading and viewing for all creators. Everyone, even those who aren't woke, just to serve as a warning for what'll happen if you become woke. If you flip the bird to your actual fans and customers, because, our focus group say that the new generation, they're all about this woke shit, so let's go full woke. Don't be surprised when you go full broke. You're going to get hundreds of thousands of likes on social media, sure, but all that's going to translate to is 4,000 sales. It's always 4,000 every time. You're going to get 4,000 sales. Now, unless you're selling shit for $100 a piece, maybe you can make a profit off of it then, depending on what you were making. But yeah, do you really want to settle for only 4,000 sales by pandering to these woke parasites that are never going to support you? Or would you rather just do the very easy thing and take a game you already have and just slap some anime titties on it and guarantee another couple 100,000 sales? Your move, game industry. Your move.